Imagine spending more than $1 billion building a business most people never visit. No storefront welcomes customers through bright glass doors every single business day. No shoppers browse products displayed neatly across polished retail store shelves anywhere. Yet millions unknowingly depend on these facilities every moment of every single day. Every streamed movie, email, phone backup, and AI request passes through these buildings. Data centers have quietly become modern economy's most valuable real estate investments worldwide. Demand continues growing much faster than experts ever imagined only a decade ago. Over the last decade, data became the world's most valuable raw material. Every online purchase creates valuable information requiring secure storage somewhere on Earth. Every social media post adds another piece to humanity's growing digital footprint. Every financial transaction generates critical data demanding constant protection and reliable accessibility. Every GPS location records information that must safely exist inside secure infrastructure. Every AI-generated image also creates data needing permanent digital storage somewhere reliable. That information isn't floating magically inside an invisible cloud above our heads. Instead, it lives inside enormous buildings packed with advanced servers and networking equipment. Massive cooling systems prevent overheating, while powerful electrical infrastructure supports continuous, non-stop operations. Some facilities consume enough electricity to power an entire small town comfortably. Artificial intelligence has accelerated this growing demand faster than anyone previously expected. Training advanced AI models requires enormous computing power every single day continuously. Running those models for millions demands countless specialized chips operating without interruption daily. Technology companies now compete aggressively for limited high-quality data center capacity worldwide. Whoever controls computing infrastructure increasingly controls today's rapidly expanding digital economy. That's why technology giants invest tens of billions every year expanding digital infrastructure. They aren't purchasing office towers or luxury shopping malls across major cities. Instead, they're constructing enormous campuses packed entirely with powerful servers and equipment. Computing capacity has become one of today's most strategically valuable business resources globally.
Here's something surprisingly few people actually realize about this booming industry today. Many facilities aren't owned by the companies using them every single day. Instead, profits flow towards specialized operators, investors, and infrastructure real estate companies. These businesses lease power, connectivity, and server space to customers worldwide constantly. Their clients range from ambitious startups to the world's biggest technology corporations. At first glance, owning a data center seems like the perfect business opportunity. Customers usually sign long-term agreements lasting many years without frequent provider changes. Demand continues rising, while switching providers remains extremely expensive for most organizations. Some facilities maintain occupancy above 90% for many consecutive successful years. Looking only at paper, the investment appears almost unbelievably attractive and secure. Reality, however, tells a much more challenging story behind those impressive numbers. Every successful data center requires enormous capital, engineering expertise, planning, and operational discipline. These facilities aren't simple warehouses filled with computers and electronic equipment only. They're among the most technically advanced commercial buildings ever constructed by humanity. Before installing even one server, developers must secure suitable land for construction. They negotiate access to massive electrical capacity before breaking ground on any project. Environmental permits must receive approval before expensive construction work can officially begin. Engineers design redundant power systems, ensuring uninterrupted operations under every possible condition. Industrial-scale cooling equipment must operate efficiently throughout every hour of every season. Multiple fiber networks connect facilities with reliable high-speed internet around the world. Customers expect nearly perfect uptime every hour without unexpected interruptions or technical failures. Construction may finish, but the real challenge has only just started. Electricity quickly becomes one of the largest ongoing operating expenses every month. Cooling systems operate continuously, without stopping for even a single ordinary business day. Backup generators require regular inspections and constant preventative maintenance throughout every year. Battery systems eventually wear out and require timely replacement before performance declines.
Professional security teams monitor facilities 24 hours every single day without interruption. Highly trained technicians supervise every critical system around the clock for reliability. Even minutes of downtime can cost customers millions of dollars unexpectedly worldwide. That extraordinary reliability isn't optional because customers pay specifically for dependable performance. Many people believe data centers simply rent storage space to business customers. In reality, customers purchase dependable computing infrastructure designed for non-stop, reliable operations. They expect electrical power that never unexpectedly fails under demanding operating conditions. Internet connections must remain consistently fast despite heavy traffic and growing demand. Temperatures must stay within precise limits, protecting valuable computer hardware continuously inside. Security systems defend expensive equipment against physical attacks and sophisticated cyber threats. Data center operators aren't simply renting commercial square footage to interested businesses. Instead, they're selling certainty, reliability, and uninterrupted digital business operations every day. That certainty commands premium pricing because unexpected downtime has become incredibly expensive. Imagine a major online retailer losing website access during peak shopping season unexpectedly. Every offline minute could destroy hundreds of thousands of dollars in valuable sales. Banks may experience interrupted financial transactions, affecting countless customers across different markets. Streaming platforms immediately lose viewers whenever service interruptions suddenly begin affecting broadcasts. Hospitals risk delayed medical record access during critical, life-saving emergency situations daily. Cloud software providers could violate important contractual guarantees promised to business customers. For organizations like these, premium rental costs become much cheaper than catastrophic outages. Enterprise customers often sign leases lasting 5, 10, or even 15 successful years. Once servers become operational, moving everything elsewhere becomes extremely expensive and complicated. The relocation process demands months of planning, coordination, testing, and technical preparation carefully. This creates remarkably loyal customer relationships compared with many commercial property businesses. Winning those customers, however, requires enormous investment before meaningful revenue ever arrives. Developers can't finish construction and immediately lease units like apartment buildings easily. Enterprise customers demand customized layouts matching their specialized equipment and technical requirements. Dedicated electrical systems provide consistent power for mission-critical business operations every day. Enhanced security features protect valuable technology from constantly evolving physical security threats. Specialized cooling systems ensure equipment operates safely under heavy computing workloads continuously. Some organizations even require completely isolated rooms with independent supporting infrastructure exclusively. Their operations must remain protected despite technical problems affecting neighboring customer environments. Every customization increases development costs and overall project complexity significantly over time. Meanwhile, industry competition continues becoming stronger with every passing single business year. Years ago, only limited organizations required large-scale computing infrastructure for daily operations. Today, nearly every industry depends heavily upon reliable digital services and connectivity. Banks, manufacturers, hospitals, universities, governments, retailers, and logistics companies all participate. Entertainment platforms and artificial intelligence businesses require massive computing capacity every day. Growing demand creates enormous opportunities while attracting increasing numbers of ambitious developers. Private equity firms continue investing billions alongside pension funds and sovereign wealth funds. Infrastructure investors and real estate trusts expect long-term demand to keep increasing steadily. Their investment strategy depends upon one surprisingly simple belief about future technology. As humanity creates more digital information, demand for reliable data centers will continue. History has consistently supported that belief through years of remarkable technological expansion worldwide. Global internet traffic continues reaching unprecedented levels across nearly every connected nation. Businesses steadily migrate software toward flexible cloud computing environments every single year. Video streaming services continue expanding rapidly across global entertainment and media industries. Artificial intelligence requires unprecedented computing resources, unlike anything previously experienced worldwide. Connected devices generate enormous streams of valuable information every second without stopping. Every one of these trends strengthens demand for advanced digital infrastructure worldwide. Unfortunately, growing demand alone never guarantees strong business profitability for every operator. Some developers invest hundreds of millions before attracting enough valuable long-term business tenants. Others face rapidly increasing electricity costs that significantly reduce expected operating profit margins. Some discover utility companies cannot deliver additional power quickly enough for expansion. Project delays lasting years can destroy expected returns despite growing customer demand everywhere. In this industry, location means much more than simple geographic positioning alone. Everything ultimately depends upon reliable, affordable, and abundant electrical power availability nearby. Sites offering inexpensive electricity and excellent fiber connectivity become exceptionally valuable assets. Similar buildings lacking those advantages often struggle achieving comparable long-term financial success. Choosing the right location may become the single most important investment decision possible. Before exploring exactly how owners generate profits, we need deeper understanding first. Let's step inside these billion-dollar facilities and discover what happens every single second.
Walk inside a modern hyperscale data center, and the servers won't catch your attention first. The first thing you'll notice is the overwhelming sound filling every corner continuously. Thousands of cooling fans create a constant roar that never completely disappears. Blinking lights stretch across endless rows of server racks reaching into the distance.
Every cabinet contains computing equipment worth hundreds of thousands of dollars today. Together, those racks power billions of dollars in digital infrastructure every second. Unlike traditional office buildings, every square foot serves one specific business purpose. That purpose is generating dependable computing capacity for customers around the world. There are no decorative lobbies designed only to impress visiting business executives. Luxury amenities are unnecessary because performance matters far more than appearances here. Almost every design decision prioritizes reliability, efficiency, and maximum rentable electrical capacity. That's an important difference many people completely misunderstand about this industry today. Data center companies don't primarily rent physical floor space to their customers. They rent electrical power. During negotiations, customers rarely focus on how much square footage inside the facility anymore. Instead, they care about how much electricity their equipment can actually consume. Two identical cabinets may generate completely different revenue despite equal physical footprints. The difference depends entirely on how much electrical power each cabinet requires. An older server rack might consume only 5 kilowatts during normal operations. Modern artificial intelligence hardware may require 50, 100, or even more kilowatts. Both occupy similar physical space but produce dramatically different financial value. Newer hardware increases cabinet value simply because it demands significantly greater power. That simple change is transforming the economics of the entire data center industry. Operators no longer ask how much floor space they can successfully lease. Instead, they ask how much electrical capacity they can reliably deliver every day. That single question determines nearly every important business decision moving forward. Power availability directly influences construction costs, customer demand, financing, and future profitability. It also determines expansion opportunities and long-term growth potential for every facility. Imagine purchasing land capable of supporting a 100-megawatt data center campus. Now imagine utility companies immediately provide only 20 megawatts of available electricity. 80% of potential earning capacity remains unavailable until additional infrastructure arrives. That delay alone can eliminate millions of dollars in expected business revenue. Experienced developers understand this challenge long before construction officially begins. Many spend years negotiating directly with utility companies before breaking ground. Electricity has effectively become the industry's most valuable raw material today. Without enough electrical power, nothing else really matters. Receiving electricity from the public grid alone is never considered enough. Customers expect uninterrupted service despite storms, equipment failures, or utility disruptions. Meeting those expectations requires multiple, carefully engineered layers of system redundancy. Power usually enters the facility through several independent electrical substations first. From there, electricity flows through sophisticated backup switching systems for protection. Uninterruptible power supplies instantly respond whenever electrical interruptions unexpectedly occur. Industrial battery banks maintain power until backup generators become fully operational. Massive diesel or natural gas generators protect operations during extended grid failures. Almost every critical component inside the facility includes at least one backup. Many of the most important systems actually include 2 complete backup layers. This redundancy increases construction costs but delivers exceptional operational reliability every day. Operators advertise uptime approaching 99.999% consistently. That tiny percentage difference becomes incredibly valuable over an entire operational year. Enterprise customers willingly pay premium prices for those additional reliable operating hours. Cooling systems create another engineering challenge, directly affecting long-term business profitability. Servers constantly convert electrical energy into large amounts of unwanted heat. Greater computing power automatically produces more heat, requiring immediate removal continuously. Traditional air cooling worked perfectly for earlier generations of computer hardware. Modern artificial intelligence chips generate far more heat than previous technologies. Many operators now invest heavily in advanced liquid cooling systems for greater efficiency. Liquid cooling removes thermal energy much faster than conventional air cooling methods. Installing advanced cooling systems requires significant additional investment from facility owners. Ignoring modernization could prevent operators from attracting rapidly growing artificial intelligence customers. Technology changes quickly, but commercial buildings often remain operational for decades. Owners must continuously upgrade infrastructure to stay competitive within evolving technology markets. Networking infrastructure creates another major competitive advantage for successful data centers. Facilities connected to multiple fiber providers offer faster and more reliable connectivity. Customers also benefit from lower latency and stronger network redundancy every day. Financial firms, gaming platforms, streaming companies, and cloud providers value networking performance. Many select facilities based equally on network quality and available electrical capacity. Some locations host dozens of telecommunications companies inside the same building. That concentration naturally creates an incredibly valuable and powerful network effect. More carriers attract more customers seeking dependable, high-speed digital connectivity. Growing customer demand encourages even more telecommunications providers to establish connections. Eventually, the facility becomes a digital ecosystem competitors struggle to duplicate successfully. This network effect creates one of the industry's strongest long-term competitive advantages. Building that ecosystem, however, requires considerable patience and strategic long-term planning. Many successful facilities spend years gradually increasing occupancy through steady customer growth. Throughout those early years, operating expenses continue accumulating every single month. Owners still pay loans, maintenance, insurance, staffing, taxes, and utility expenses regularly. Large portions of the building may remain empty despite ongoing financial obligations. Cash flow often stays under pressure long before profitability noticeably improves. Financing, therefore, becomes one of the industry's most important strategic decisions. Very few companies fund billion-dollar developments entirely with available cash reserves. Most projects combine investor equity with substantial amounts of long-term borrowed capital. Lenders carefully examine lease commitments before approving expensive development financing. They evaluate occupancy forecasts, customer credit quality, power availability, and construction risks. Securing major anchor tenants early significantly improves financing opportunities for developers. Imagine two nearly identical data center developments beginning construction simultaneously. The first project starts without securing any confirmed customer leasing agreements. Developers simply hope sufficient customer demand appears after project completion. The second project already has major technology companies committed before opening. Both developments may require identical construction budgets and financial investment overall. Yet investors consistently consider the second project substantially safer and less risky. Pre-leased capacity dramatically reduces uncertainty surrounding future business revenue streams. Predictable income allows developers to secure financing at lower borrowing costs. Lower financing costs improve profitability and strengthen long-term investment returns significantly. These financial advantages continue growing stronger throughout many successful operating years. That's why operators aggressively pursue long-term customer agreements before opening new facilities. Not every customer contributes equally towards overall business profitability and growth. Large hyperscale cloud providers lease enormous capacity while negotiating aggressively on pricing. Their purchasing power allows them to secure highly competitive long-term contract rates. Smaller enterprise customers often pay higher prices despite using less physical capacity. Successful operators carefully balance both customer groups to maximize overall revenue. They also avoid becoming financially dependent upon any single customer relationship. Customer diversification provides another valuable layer of long-term financial protection. Losing one customer producing 40% of revenue creates serious financial pressure. Losing one contributing only 10% creates far less operational disruption. Experienced operators constantly evaluate this balance while planning future expansion strategies. Another hidden challenge involves rapid technological change and infrastructure obsolescence. Facilities designed 15 years ago often struggle supporting modern artificial intelligence hardware. Older cooling systems, electrical distribution, and structural designs require costly modernization. Owners delaying upgrades risk losing customers to newer competing facilities instead. Modernization projects frequently cost tens or hundreds of millions of dollars. Still, postponing those investments often proves even more expensive over time. Successful operators understand data centers are never truly finished after construction. They remain evolving infrastructure assets requiring continuous investment to stay competitive.
Once facilities achieve stable occupancy through long-term customer leasing agreements, everything changes. That's when the financial side of this business becomes genuinely fascinating. In the next section, we'll examine the real financial numbers behind data centers. We'll break down construction costs, operating expenses, revenue, profit margins, and investment returns. You'll discover why some billion-dollar facilities become cash-generating machines while others struggle. So what does this business actually look like after a data center begins operating? Let's answer that question using a realistic example from today's rapidly growing industry. Imagine investors decide to build a modern 50-megawatt co-location data center in America. They choose a market offering strong fiber connectivity and dependable utility infrastructure nearby. Land acquisition alone could cost between $20 million and $50 million initially. Everything depends on location, competition, and available land within the chosen market. Before construction starts, additional preparation costs quickly begin adding up significantly. Permits, environmental studies, utility connections, and site preparation require substantial early investment. Those expenses alone may exceed another $30 million before construction officially begins. Next comes the building itself, where costs rise dramatically with every construction phase. Reinforced structures provide strength while protecting valuable computing infrastructure inside continuously. Massive electrical systems distribute reliable power throughout the entire facility without interruption. Industrial cooling equipment prevents overheating during demanding computing workloads every single day.
Backup generators stand ready whenever unexpected power failures threaten uninterrupted operations safely. Battery systems provide instant electricity until emergency generators become fully operational safely. Fire suppression systems protect expensive hardware from devastating accidental damage effectively. Advanced networking equipment keeps customers connected through reliable high-speed digital infrastructure continuously. Professional security systems protect every valuable asset inside the facility around the clock. Combined together, development costs easily reach between $500 million and $800 million. Facilities designed specifically for artificial intelligence workloads cost even significantly more today. High-density AI hardware demands extraordinary electrical power and advanced cooling infrastructure together. Those specialized requirements can easily push total investment beyond the billion-dollar mark. That's an enormous amount of capital invested into one single operating business asset. Naturally, investors expect exceptionally strong long-term financial returns from that commitment.
Revenue comes from several different sources working together throughout normal business operations. Operators charge customers primarily for dependable electrical capacity and server cabinet space. Connectivity services create another reliable source of recurring long-term business revenue consistently. Cross-connect services generate additional income by linking customers with multiple network providers. Remote technical support provides assistance without requiring customers to visit the facility. Many operators also offer managed infrastructure services, creating valuable recurring income streams. Instead of analyzing rent per square foot, investors examine revenue per kilowatt. Revenue per megawatt often becomes the industry's most important financial performance measurement. Imagine the facility successfully leases 45 of its available 50 megawatts eventually. Suppose annual recurring revenue reaches approximately $180 million after achieving stable occupancy. At first glance, those financial numbers appear extremely attractive for long-term investors. Unfortunately, revenue never tells the complete financial story by itself alone. Operating expenses remain substantial throughout the entire life of every successful facility. Electricity quickly becomes one of the largest recurring operating expenses every single year. Customers reimburse part of their usage, but costs never completely disappear entirely. Cooling systems consume significant energy while operating without interruption every single day. Infrastructure losses also increase total electricity expenses beyond customer power consumption alone. Common areas require continuous power regardless of customer occupancy inside the building. Employee salaries represent another major ongoing operational expense for every successful operator. Electrical engineers maintain critical systems supporting uninterrupted business operations every single day. Network specialists ensure reliable connectivity across complex digital communication infrastructure continuously. Mechanical technicians inspect cooling equipment and essential mechanical systems throughout the facility. Cybersecurity professionals defend infrastructure against constantly evolving digital security threats worldwide. Facility managers coordinate daily operations while maintaining exceptional service quality consistently. Security personnel protect valuable assets 24 hours every day without interruption. Highly skilled professionals naturally command competitive salaries across today's technology industry. Routine maintenance creates another unavoidable category of long-term operating expenses regularly. Backup generators require scheduled testing throughout every year for dependable emergency readiness.
Battery systems eventually reach replacement age, despite proper maintenance and careful monitoring. Cooling equipment requires continuous servicing to maintain efficient operating performance every season. Network hardware also needs regular upgrades as technology continues rapidly evolving worldwide. Insurance costs remain unusually high because catastrophic outages carry enormous financial consequences. Property taxes continue regardless of current customer occupancy or future leasing performance. Software licensing creates another recurring expense supporting essential business operations continuously. Compliance audits ensure facilities meet strict industry regulations and customer requirements consistently. Physical security systems require constant maintenance and ongoing operational oversight every day. Landscaping, cleaning, and seasonal maintenance continue throughout every operating year consistently. Accounting services remain essential for managing complex financial reporting and business compliance. Legal services protect operators during contracts, regulations, and ongoing commercial negotiations regularly. Debt payments continue whether every available cabinet has been successfully leased or not. Even after those expenses, well-managed facilities often generate attractive operating profit margins. Those margins vary dramatically, depending upon several important operating business factors together. Occupancy levels strongly influence long-term financial performance across every operating facility consistently. Electricity pricing also directly affects profitability throughout the entire business life cycle continuously. Financing costs determine how much revenue ultimately becomes investor profit every single year. Customer mix significantly changes overall earnings depending upon contract pricing and usage. That's why similar facilities often produce completely different long-term financial outcomes unexpectedly. One facility may generate strong cash flow consistently for several successful decades. Another may struggle because of poor timing or an unfortunate business location. Investment returns depend far more upon execution than newcomers usually expect initially. Timing becomes one of the most important competitive advantages in this business. Building too early creates years of expensive, unused electrical capacity and infrastructure. Building too late allows competitors to secure premium customers before new facilities open. Electricity pricing introduces another major uncertainty beyond direct owner control completely. Owners cannot fully control future energy market prices across changing regional economies. Facilities enjoying low-cost electricity maintain stronger long-term competitive business advantages naturally. Operators facing volatile energy markets often experience shrinking operating profit margins unexpectedly. Water availability has also become increasingly important throughout today's data center industry. Many cooling technologies consume surprisingly large amounts of water during normal operations. Many communities facing drought conditions may restrict water usage for commercial developments later. Those restrictions increase operating expenses while limiting future expansion opportunities significantly. Environmental regulations continue becoming stricter across many important global technology markets today. Governments increasingly encourage energy-efficient facilities powered through renewable electricity whenever possible. Lower carbon emissions now influence both regulations and enterprise customer purchasing decisions. Operators investing early in sustainable infrastructure often strengthen valuable customer relationships significantly. Large enterprise clients increasingly prefer partners supporting ambitious environmental sustainability commitments globally. Sustainability has become much more than simple public relations for modern businesses. Today, sustainability provides genuine competitive advantages inside the expanding data center industry. Artificial intelligence introduces another fascinating challenge for infrastructure owners everywhere today. AI dramatically increases global demand for modern, high-performance data center facilities continuously. At the same time, AI hardware requires far greater electricity than traditional servers. Those systems also produce significantly more heat, requiring advanced cooling technologies continuously. Future facilities must deliver unprecedented power density while maintaining exceptional operational reliability. Developers meeting those demands may capture extraordinary customer demand during coming years. Operators failing to adapt could gradually lose competitive relevance despite valuable properties. Technology changes much faster than buildings designed to last many decades successfully. Owners must continuously invest simply to remain competitive against constantly evolving technologies.
Another common misconception involves automation inside modern data center facilities today. Many people assume highly automated facilities require very few skilled employees overall. Staff numbers may remain relatively small compared with traditional industrial manufacturing operations. However, every employee usually possesses specialized technical knowledge and practical experience already. Small teams often manage infrastructure worth billions of dollars every single day. Their expertise directly influences operational reliability and long-term customer satisfaction consistently. One preventable outage can destroy years of carefully earned customer trust instantly. Reputation, therefore, becomes one of the industry's most valuable intangible business assets. Customers rarely choose providers offering only the lowest possible operating prices available. Instead, they choose companies trusted to deliver uninterrupted, reliable infrastructure every day. Trust allows operators to charge premium prices for dependable long-term service consistently. Premium pricing strengthens profitability across every successful year of business operations. Higher profitability funds future investments, improving infrastructure and operational reliability continuously. Better infrastructure further strengthens long-term customer confidence and business performance together. Over time, this cycle creates one of the industry's strongest competitive advantages available. Established operators continue attracting premium customers despite lower-cost competitors entering markets. Their proven track record significantly reduces customer concerns about operational business risks. Reducing customer risk remains the most valuable service data center owners actually provide. So, is owning a data center truly an exceptional long-term investment opportunity today? In many situations, the answer is absolutely yes for experienced, disciplined investors. Long-term contracts create predictable recurring revenue, supporting stable financial business performance. Growing digital demand continues expanding opportunities throughout nearly every global industry today.
High switching costs encourage customers to remain loyal for many successful years. Cloud computing dependence continues strengthening demand for reliable infrastructure every single year. Very few industries enjoy such powerful long-term structural growth opportunities today worldwide. Yet extraordinary opportunities always arrive together with extraordinary operational responsibilities eventually. Owners manage billions of dollars in critical digital infrastructure every single day. Reliable electricity must remain available regardless of unexpected external operating conditions continuously. Technology trends require constant monitoring before competitors gain significant strategic advantages unexpectedly. Nearly perfect uptime remains essential for maintaining enterprise customer trust long-term successfully. Sophisticated customers expect flawless service regardless of changing business or technical circumstances. Continuous reinvestment remains essential for preserving long-term competitiveness across evolving technology markets. This isn't passive commercial real estate generating effortless rental income every month. It's critical national infrastructure operating 24 hours every day without stopping once. Successful companies understand one simple principle guiding every important business decision consistently. They are not truly operating inside the server business at all anymore. They are not really operating inside the commercial real estate business either. They are operating inside the reliability business every single second without interruption. Every uninterrupted second creates meaningful value for countless businesses and ordinary people worldwide. Most people benefiting daily will never even know these buildings actually exist. And that's exactly what makes owning a data center such a remarkable business.